Blog Talk Radio.
been on my mind since the first day. And I don't know if it's a phase, hope it never fades. My mind's in the days. Much respect to your rays. I'm amazed by your ways, by your style, by your grace. I don't know if it's a phase, but I hope it never fades. I seen her from across the room, got his demeanor. Shoe game vicious, but her walk was meaner. Leggings fitting tight and samba flowing right. Hood, but very classy type of girl. I like our approach. She said, don't need to introduce yourself. Heard a few of your songs and your words are spelt. Start conversing about everything under the sun. From then on, an instant connection begun. Her intellect was way more advanced than some. Plus, she understood the world where them grams get slung. Shared everything from favorite books to stock tips. She even taught me how to use my chopsticks. Lust led me here, but I ain't expect this. It's that warfare has piqued my interest. Aside from your beauty, your soul's the deepest. Your thoughts the dopest. Nah, it ain't no secret that I want you. I want you in the worst way. You've been on my mind since the first day. And I don't know if it's a phase, hope it never fades. My mind's in the days. Much respect to your rays. I'm amazed by your ways, by your style, by your grace. I don't know if it's a phase, but I hope it never fades. I wanna be the reason why you wear a smile on your face. Slide through, be the reason I scoop up the plate. Fresh candles all lit, the new faucet. Natural attraction, we ain't gotta force it. The ambiance, got your love box and faucet. Never make love a thorn till one of us forfeit. Caressing your calves while kissing your feet. Dream about me, I'm the reason you come in your sleep. Had to open your mind to find the key to your heart. Had to be who I said I am to ignite the spark. Before you, I was guarded, life was dark. I had to learn to trust to get this life a start. Inseparable, couldn't imagine life apart. I need you by my side when this life gets hard. Keeping you motivated is something I'm gon' do. Let my love adorn you for my life, Lord, I'ma want you, I want you. I want you in the worst way. You've been on my mind since the first day. And I don't know if it's a phase, hope it never fades. My mind's in the days. Much respect to your rays. I'm amazed by your ways, by your style, by your grace. I don't know if it's a phase, but I hope it never fades.
This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly. Whether I'm just chilling in the studio or kissing a leading lady or out on the street promoting our new CD, Kenny G Wall of Bass, no matter how you play it, I'm down with Patricia and Mr Stout on the Move. Unscripted, baby.
What's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move, Unscripted with Patricia and Goins.
Mr. Stout, what it do, everybody?
In the house, baby.
Right.
What's going on, Mr. Stout? Like, how your week been?
My weekend was grand. Yeah. Sam was over. It turned out for the little barbecue and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, it turns out.
We was playing. Listen, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all used to do that, and thank you for that gift. I don't know how many of y'all do this when y'all have y'all family outings and stuff like that, but we play Uno. We all get together, like aunts, extended family, cousins, grandma, big mama house types, and we play Uno and spades.
Right.
Well, sometimes we play spades mostly, but then we do.
Yeah.
Yesterday we did Uno and spades because my one nephew loves Uno.
Right.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
I be kicking tail, y'all. I wish it was for some money. I would probably, but you know what though? If it was for money, I probably would lose. You know what I'm saying? Because me and gambling is not friends. I don't know. My mama can go into a freaking store and buy a scratch off and come up with $1,000. I promise you, when I even get one to scratch off and say ticket, I'd be happy as heck because I don't never win.
Wow. No, me either. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. The weekend was dope. Yeah. Fun. So we was together. How was your weekend? How's your week going?
My week is, you know what? I'm so freaking excited, y'all. Oh my God. Okay, so this week, Big O Live, I'm telling y'all this too. So Blog Talk Radio, we're actually streaming live on Big O Live. And if you ever want to tune in and see what Mr. Stout look like, You can go to my page, which is Patricia Goins on Big O Live, but or Patricia M Goins, I believe is how you find me. Either Patricia Goins or Patricia M Goins. But anyway, I am so excited because after 10 long years, I'm talking about 10 long, that was some hard years. After 10 years, I am finally releasing my first full album.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. It's going to be dope.
I'm so excited. I love the artwork. I actually, one of the graphic designers in the Atlanta Music Industry Group designed it for me.
Yeah.
And then I work with different producers like Right Vibe Entertainment, Conte the Hero, and different people to actually help put it together. Of course, there's like three songs that by you on there.
Yeah.
That you did for me and stuff. And Wayne Cowles, which is probably one of the first artists that I ever sung with.
So 10 years. That's
10 years, y'all.
You got a lot of music that was in between.
Oh my God!
Put together.
It was a long.
Good album. That's what's up. So when are we gonna get this released? Like when everybody's gonna be able to hear this masterpiece?
Well, definitely. So originally the goal was it was supposed to be released on my birthday. Remember that, right?
She had a single.
But I released a single instead. So I was like, well, I'll wait and release it in June, but I may not. I'll probably release it as soon as those CDs hit my hand. It's on and popping.
Taking it back to the CDs.
Yes, because you know what? I really decided I had to make a decision, right? I've been putting singles up here and there, all that kind of stuff, streaming, all that kind of stuff for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? And I still have not been able to truly get what I know I'm supposed to get. Let's just say it like I don't even want to go into because I'll go deep. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like they've been cheating the artists for years. Like back in the 60s, they were cheating artists. In the 50s, in fact, I haven't heard too many artists except for the elite that even benefited from. Really got what they were supposed to get for their music. You heard what's your one girl? The TLC complained about it.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Tony Braxton complained about it. I don't think they paid none of the people in the 50s. I don't think they paid nobody in the 60s. I think everybody's still trying to get their money. Like it's like that. They've always been that way. And so now that things are digital, it's even worse. Listen, y'all, I just want y'all to understand this, right? You get zero, thank you for that love, people DJ. You get 0.00001. I'm just trying to understand. So that's far away from 1 cent, right?
Yeah.
So what's the breakdown of that? What piece of that penny do I get? I just want to know. What piece of that penny? Is it because it's like
of a penny.
What you not? Y'all stingy.
But it's your music. So if you're selling it for $1 for that stream, you're not selling it as a unit. You're selling it as a piece of a digital recording.
A piece of a digital piece of a piece of a piece.
Yeah. So if you put it up there on your own website, people are buying it directly from you. Yes, then you are going to be getting your money and you do your own taxes and blah blah blah.
Right.
So if you got the following like that, yes, that's the greatest.
So
way
the
to
big
go.
people do have a following like that. Like, the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's.
Independent artists do well too.
Yeah, there are some independent artists that do well as well. There is the elite. I don't want to say everybody. I can't say everybody because there are some that's up there. What's the one that made that song about the crooked smile? What's his name? Is he independent? Chance the Rapper is independent, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was signed to Major Deal. I'm talking about artists like Zamira. Like she's on Billboard, right? And she sold her record on her website. That's why she got on Billboard.
And actually, Zamira is another
ways
one.
to do it.
Zamira is actually another one who came down our line. That's another one that you want to interview. The people's DJ is Zamira Israel because she is not playing about this freaking thing right here. And then you know what? I can't even say that because we got the Mako Girls is coming. Yeah. The Mako Girls is killing the game. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah. If y'all don't know about the Mako Girls yet, I don't know what to say.
Big deal.
The Mako Girls. So the Mako Girls is an act out of Atlanta. They're from Atlanta, right? Mm-hmm. They're originally from Atlanta. And when I say those two girls, they remind you of the Destiny Child back in the day. That's the energy that I get from it. Like, but new wave. This is like the new wave Destiny Child is these three ladies. And they was even their TikTok video, which has over 3 million views. They got several TikTok videos that's over 3 million views, but the one of them was actually up there, was shown on the Oscars. Right. You know when Will stop. I was trying to. I'm not. I'm not. So let's go ahead and jump into that real quick. But yo, check out the Mako girls though. They the bomb. Yes. Like they are truly like like they are about to like tip over, and they're gonna be performing at Hookup Atlanta. Yes. So yeah. Yep. They about like if that was like one of them suddenly you just shot to the moon. Like you're on the other side, like you just made mainstream, like that kind of stuff. Right. That's what happened with the Mako girls, you know. Yeah. The Mako girls. Yeah, we literally saw. That happened. We witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? That's the bomb dignity. But Mr. Stout had actually told me about them some years ago when I was still in Atlanta, because that weekend was it the weekend of the Impeccable Magazine event? Yeah. And they were having an event somewhere else, and I remember you telling me about it. Right, and they came here too. They was there. Yeah, we did interview them though afterwards, 2020 somewhere around, but not then. But you had told me about them then. Yeah, you've been following. Yeah, they've been on my show since I think the youngest one was like 11 years old. Oh, you've really been following. Yeah, I think she was like 11, 12, something like that. Them girls is off the chain. Now. They when I say they're off the chain, go to TikTok and look up Mako, Mako girls. Go look them up. So they had their TikTok video shown. I don't think it was shown exactly when Will slapped Chris. I think it was pretty close around the time when that happened because they were screaming, but we know what they were screaming at. Were they screaming at them watching themselves on TV, or were they screaming at? Yeah. They actually got their video shown in the most popular in 94 years. Right. Like, what are the odds of that happening? Like, nobody's gonna ever forget this. So, I have been following Will, right? Will and Jada. I've been, you can't help it. If you know anything about the was it the red table, the round red table or whatever, the red table, what is it called? Red table. Red talk table. Yeah, something like that. Red table. Except the round table. If you've been following them here and there, you know that Will been going through some stuff. Let's just be honest about it. I don't know Jada too, because it takes two in a relationship. Jada was doing some things, some entanglements. They both been going through some things as it were, but from what people are gathering, but for what they're also putting out there. So it's always been some sort of a like if it's not a mystery, people are making it to be like this is what's happening, and whoever's that close to them to release all that stuff or whatever, because they're doing it themselves. They're talking about their relationship on their media, platforms. Right. So. And so and even before that, the kids was wilding out. And the kids were saying about what was going on too. Yeah, they was wilding out. So they had a few reality shows. That wasn't just the one that she had for the Red Talk. They had another show, and then the son was in entertainment. It was like they all were in in the industry, right, doing things. So what was being leaked and what was being told and what they were putting out there made their whole lives be watched in the way that they were doing. Right. There's two sides to the plate. Is how I see it. Right. What's going on, Oscar? It's two sides of the plate. Thank you, the people DJ, for that love on Big O Live. So there's two sides of the plate: Will and Chris, right? And then the Oscars. I guess it's really three sides: Will, Chris, and then the Oscars. Okay. So let's address each one, right, from their perspective views. So let's start with who you want to start with. Chris or Will? Well, Chris will probably be better to get a better perspective because he was the initiator. Okay. So Chris is a comedian, and Chris talks about everybody. In fact, he became famous talking about everybody. And the thing is, most people don't know is Chris don't write his own jokes. So that means there was somebody else in the cloud who wrote that. And I don't even know how they wrote. they must have seen her sitting down there, didn't see any air,
and just
wrote it. Because how could they make that joke up ahead of time before the show even aired? How do they know that they was going to be sitting there?
He's a part of the show, so they have names of who's going to be sitting where in the room.
We're going to talk about table 7 is going to be Jada and Phil. So we're going to talk about them. And over there, table 6, that's like that?
Yeah.
And then they just put it up there, and then he got it. Okay. So Chris said that first of all, he didn't know that she had a condition. He did not know. And secondly, he didn't write the joke. He just told the joke. So, and he apologized, right?
Yeah.
For hurting her feelings, or if he said something that offended her.
Right. But from what they were doing, from like Chris Rock, like you said, he's always been like the kind of guy who would like say whatever, like just to get a shock out of. A lot of comedians do that. All right, they all throw jabs and stuff like that at people. At the Oscars, that's a given. They've been doing that forever. You can go back, years when like people would say something like it's supposed to be a big party. You know what I mean? So they throw jabs at each other, or talk about whatever is someone's career or.
They've been doing that for 94 years.
Not like it became a thing, after a while. Like the host had that kind of thing to have all of Hollywood's elite to, throw jabs. It's not nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
For so long, Black folks weren't getting any awards. They weren't in those forefront. They wasn't at the seat where you saw Will Smith. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's been, a very long time. I think who was like the last one, other than Halle Berry, who got an Oscar, who was like Black or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's been a real long time. And I know there's a few out there, who have like, but I don't watch it like that. But you see, it's been so far and few between. So when this situation happens right there, both of these dudes know that they're on a major platform, and the whole world is watching it. Not just something like the Grammys per se. The Grammys is big. I'm pretty sure worldwide, but it's not. It's pretty like this is live TV. With a delay, what have you, but it was still live. So both of them know how large this is. You know what I mean? So if Chris Rock's going to say something that was going to be offensive to anyone, you know what I mean? That shouldn't have been the reaction. I know some people say, he said it about his wife. People say, well, yeah, but you have to they all go to the same parties. You can see him right then and there. Okay. To me, I don't think it was appropriate to do something that kind of worldwide thing. He could have stepped to him to the side. Like, it's just one of those things. To be like that, it just looked like he went, above and beyond the cause to, step up for his wife's honor. When we all know what's been going on prior into that. So him to single him out, he ain't the only one who was saying things. He probably said something on that.
Yeah. So I feel like we should go with William's turn now. Okay. So I know what he did. Hitting him was wrong. Period. Point blank. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. You can't get around that. Putting your hands on somebody is never okay.
That's assault.
It's never okay. It's never okay to put your hands on somebody. It's just not. It's not. But on the flip side of this whole situation, Will have been through a lot, y'all. Will have been through a lot to the point where he has cried on national television. He's cried. When people get to the point where they start crying in public, they've already been crying in private. It's just spilled over into public. Like if he's crying, if when people get up there and the camera come on and they can't compose themselves enough to get through the series or the show or whatever without shedding tears, that means that when the camera is off, they're crying. They're crying more times in private than people know. That's first and foremost.
Okay.
Secondly, when you are upset, when you're stressed out, when you got a lot on your shoulder, you hold stuff in. Because men, y'all are taught that y'all not allowed to show emotion. Poor little Tyrese, he cried over his daughter, which was a legit thing, and they've been making memes over here ever since. Like, I I don't understand.
They got one of Michael Jordan. They got
Michael Jordan. Why is it that the men are not allowed to show emotion? Why? Would you have a problem crying in front of me? No. I just feel like I don't think men are not allowed to. If they're not able to release that emotion, then that means they have to keep it bottled up. And you can only keep stuff bottled up and on your shoulder for so long when it feels like the weight is on your shoulder before you burst in some kind of way. So he had to have an emotional response. He might even had a drink. You know what I'm saying? They are at that going Oscars. He probably had a glass of liquor or something. And he acted out of emotion. It was wrong, yes it was, but darn.
So why did he change up? Why did he do a 180 like that? Him and Lupita, the sister from Black Panther and a few other movies, he's sitting right down the table. So they're both laughing at the same time. You see both of their heads back and laughing. And then the camera pans back to her, and she got this look on her face. Then you see Will Smith walking up. And like I said, like the other night, when did these places get so small? Because you just look at it from a wide angle view, and it doesn't look like it's a big spot. He looked like he only took like 5 or 4 steps to get to the stage to get to him. So there's no security in the front row. Nobody tried to stop him. The Academy, whatever, the Oscar people didn't try to
because they probably didn't think he was about to do that.
Okay, after
That's
he did
not
it, they
in
still
his
kept
character.
him there. They still kept him there, and he still was able to accept his award.
Right.
So that was like 2 things to strike against him, or even trying to make sense of the situation, or to even protect their guests, their hosts, should I say. Because he still sat there during the whole rest of the show. And then other people came out and still making.
But he apologized. He did get on and apologized. He apologized. He admitted that he acted out of emotion and it wasn't the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? He basically he reacted. How many of y'all have you ever gotten into it with somebody where you wanted to hit him, push him, punch him, and piss him off, and you wanted to slap the holy snot out of him like you ain't never.
But if you reacted, have you just let your emotions get the best of you, where it puts you in a position where he can sue him and get a lot of money from him.
That's the unfortunate part about show business and stuff, because they always want to go in your pocket. But Chris already said he's not going to.
But then the Academy's about to
because of course
they have to save face.
Right.
If the authority not going to press charges, they'll say, well, the state or anything, because that was assault, is clearly there. But then if they're not going to do anything, it's going to let the Academy control everything. Then they're going to probably do
what? They're going to press charges on them?
They're going to blackball. Will Smith ain't going to make no more movies for a long time, regardless if he got an Oscar or not. That's his lifeline right now. I mean, I know he got others going on, but what else he ain't getting back in the studio.
Yeah.
Don't get Hollywood control
DJ Frost
this piece.
said that part.
Hollywood control this piece.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
That part right there.
They will shut your ass down.
He may not. Well, if y'all gonna blackball him from doing that, then don't take the trophy. He really won the trophy. Like you can't. That's like a double punishment.
That's not gonna be doing that. They are gonna do something towards it though. Like he is.
Yeah, how you gonna be like, bring it back?
You already won it. That's
You can't have it. Bring it back. No.
But how many films companies are gonna be like, yeah, we want you to do our next movie?
Hey, independent films, we still want you.
Just keep your hands to yourself.
Well, the indies will take you, baby.
Smacking the director.
You know what? If Hollywood do him like that, there's plenty of indie films that he could star in and still make money. You know what I'm saying? He could. He's known. Like he could do stuff. There's a whole bunch of independent filmmakers. She said, DJ, the people DJ said he just won't get another one. They're not going. No, he don't get another Grammy.
Another Oscar? No.
I mean Oscar. He ain't gonna get another Oscar. I hope he did.
He have to play like a slave.
He ain't gonna get it with that.
They whipping him and everything.
They turned the Oscars into the Red Round Table.
Well, they said that Jada, she spoke. I didn't get a chance to check out the new. I'm kind of like, where it is. I'm kind of over it already. I don't know why. I'm like, all right. But she did speak. I would like to hear what she had to say. I really want to hear what Chris Rock had to say and stuff as well. Like
you know what?
He broke his silence as well, so it's out there.
But I think he was more sympathetic because he knew that he didn't know about Jada's condition, and I knew that she had been wearing her hair bald, but I didn't know.
Will Smith got issues. He's going through something that, like you talking about things that males are not least their emotion. He's acting out like that. He really has something going on with him that's deeper than just him walking up on there and that guy.
So what I would definitely suggest is that his friends, or the people who are still his friends. I'm not talking about the ones that change sides. You know what I'm saying? The ones that point fingers. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey. I hope Jim Carrey and him were never friends. I hope you ain't never treat him to lunch, Will. But what he's gonna need his real friends, his family, and people who really care about him, colleagues, to really watch him, because this is usually signs of depression are the crying. You know what I'm saying? Are those acts of emotional responses, those outbursts and stuff like that. People who are going through depression, they have those different kind of signs. And then if they do blackball him and they do stop his money flow, that's going to be even worse. And so you just really got to pay close attention to him and understand that he was crying out already. He was already crying out. He was crying out when he started crying. Think about any time you cry. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody cries. You cry because there's something so emotionally deep that's going on that it expels those tears. Something that in the pit of your stomach you just can't take. You know what I'm saying? So
it's called Jada. That's what he got.
You know what?
Y'all already know.
I feel like, I don't care. Y'all can feel the way y'all want to about Jada. But
He's been stuck in the Matrix for a long time.
Okay, so they didn't have their issues. But what marriage has?
I'm just saying, it's not the kind of issues where, even if they haven't, like you said, I heard him say in the interview that no, we're not have an open relationship. We have an understanding. That is the thing right there where they don't have an understanding, because you getting all this backlash of what's going on with this so-called understanding while y'all are seeing other people.
So the question is, who introduced the understanding? That's what you don't know. Because if it was Will that introduced the understanding, then that means that he opened that doorway. And if he opened that doorway and allowed that to happen in the beginning, then he can feel a certain kind of way, like it's, he allowed this to happen. Think about swingers. You know what I'm saying? When swingers get into a relationship, whatever, what happens if the person swinging ends up falling in love with one of them swingers, Right. But what if it's the one that gets hurt is the one who actually introduced it to him? Hey, come on, baby, let's swing. I got a book called Swingers, by the way.
Right.
I do got a book called Swingers.
Right. But I think this was something that he might have been open up to even with the days of Pop, because she had this love affair with this brother.
You did what? What is it with you? Oh, what, Tupac?
Yes.
I thought you were saying she was.
I ain't talking about all those other guys. I don't even know all their names.
She don't hide that fact.
Right. Yeah.
But it's been, but that was 20-some years ago. She didn't have 2 kids. 30 years ago.
But
she didn't have kids. She didn't move forward. She's past that pain.
But it's been other stuff. Like, that's why she was still running off of that.
So what? So you think Will ain't did nothing?
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. Like, if people release stories for money and stuff like that, so they put the stuff out there. All the things that they say that he's been into and all kinds of stuff, but it's really more surrounded around Jada, as if she's doing something to him and their whole family for that matter. So if you ever watch the show for the Red Table and things like that, and they were putting out their information out there, talking about it. I used to watch clips all the time.
I just think that when men cry, it's a big thing. Remember that artist that cried? He got on live on Facebook or Instagram Live, and he cried because he talked about his experience with Puff That with Diddy.
Oh yeah.
Y'all talking about Will and Keith and R. Kelly and everybody. Y'all need to be knocking.
Well, a lot of people listen to this show. I don't know if you're watching Big.
I'm just saying. I feel like Will, y'all need to keep your...
Allegedly.
I've seen him crying. That's not alleged.
I'm talking about what's going on with you saying...
I don't know. All I'm
saying... We want to make sure...
All I'm saying is, I'm just saying what the guy said. The guy was crying. And I'm just saying, when a man gets on live TV and starts crying, there's something about them tears. That's all I'm saying.
You don't know.
I feel like counselors need to surround William, and they really need to keep an eye on him and just make sure that he's good through this. You know, if I don't feel like I don't feel like Chris is going to sue him. In fact, I think he said he wasn't, which is a great thing because I think Chris understands where he's coming from.
I'd have been like, cut the check.
Oh my God.
Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. He lost his Brooklyn pass. Chris. Everybody hates Chris.
Why do that? He's already going to get in trouble with the Oscars. We know that's big trouble. That's big trouble. You didn't interrupt the 94 years worth of stuff.
If I was Chris Rock, I'll start making movies and everything. It'll be on. That's the biggest beef right there. It's part of beef. Either you get some sort of help and come clean, or I won't stop. I'll turn like 50 Cent. 50 Cent go after everybody. I would totally do it.
Y'all watch out for Will. That's all I got to say.
Mm.
And people make mistakes every day of the week. How many of y'all done got into an argument or something and y'all started to fight?
Okay, so you just got your Grammy and right, you got your new album.
And somebody came up and slapped the shit out of me. I'll be mad. Yeah, I would be upset. But then once I found out the reason why and they apologized and all that, and I was able to clear myself and say, listen, I didn't know. I didn't write the thing, and I'm sorry if I hurt her. Because on the flip side, let's look at Jada. Regardless of what y'all say about her past and what she did and how she did all that stuff, the point is she has alopecia. A lot of people know that is a skin condition. A lot of times it's caused by stress, different things. You don't know what's going on in that home. You don't know what's going on, what words being spoken behind closed doors. Y'all only know what y'all think y'all know. But there was something about her expression. He knows it. So he knew that it hurt her deep inside. I mean, to have to shave off all your hair because you're about to get paid $2, $3, $4, $5, $15, $20 million is one thing. To have to shave off your hair because of an illness is a whole different ball game that deals with a woman's self-esteem, who she is, and all that kind of stuff. So you don't know what she's going through. You don't know how many times tears she's cried. Can't nobody see in that house. So all I'm saying is people go through stuff. People make mistakes.
I do get
people
that.
Make mistakes.
And you know, definitely, you know, for what Jada's going through, I definitely have sympathy for all of that. You know what I mean? But there was different things, you know, that could be done. Like even because they're talking. I don't know if they know each other like they have conversations and stuff. They know each other as, you know, colleagues in movies and films and stuff. But that would be news for, even if it wasn't to the public. The people, you know, all those
Channel 10 is not about to get up and say, oh, and by the way,
no, I ain't saying Channel 10. I'm not saying Channel 10. I said to the public. I said amongst their circle, in that Hollywood circle. They all know each other in that Hollywood circle. So
if that's the case, then it's a possibility Chris really didn't know this. I mean, it's either one or the other. Either he didn't know or he knew. If it's circling around, you're right. People talk about what they got going on, and usually people hear. But people, hey, you just hear about what happened. Gossip happens. That's
right.
For sure.
And in Hollywood, they're gonna all know what's up with each other on that kind of thing. Especially if her husband is up for an Oscar nomination.
So in that case, if Chris did know before he got on that stage, if he knew, if the circle of information had made its way to him before he got on that stage and he still told that joke, then that's a whole different ballgame because she's sitting right there in front of you. How are you going to joke about somebody's illness and they sitting right there in front of you looking at you? Because like you said, it was a short walk from the stage to his chair. So you looking her right in your face and you tell a joke that you know is going to cut her to the core. That's a whole different conversation at that point.
So that's what it looked as if that's what it became, because regardless, what everybody was like, you know, the people was laughing with the joke.
Because probably that was the first reaction, like, you know, some people have what you call a nervous laugh. On the inside, they be mad as hell, but they'll laugh. But inside, they be like, that mother. But they might laugh because it's a nervous laugh. But when he looked at his wife's face and saw that it hurt her, that just probably was just like, you know what? I'm tired of people talking about me. I'm tired of people laughing at what's going on in our home. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of every time I get on Instagram, they laughing at me or Michael Jordan or Tyrese. Like, I'm tired of y'all. This is not funny. Like when you go through stuff, people go through stuff all the time. They don't want stuff in their house.
Like they don't really people really don't care.
The people's DJ say she was so Jada wasn't laughing at all. Who you talking about laughing?
Lupita, the girl that was behind, the set in the chair, or behind Will Smith, the dark skinned girl from.
Well, why are you bringing her up? She was supposed to laugh. She part of the artist. What she got to do it? Y'all leave Lupita alone.
She laughed too. I seen her. That's my girl.
I don't care. She was supposed. They didn't know it was dope.
They didn't know it was dope. It wasn't dope.
Yeah.
If you hear the crowd, and this is to the real time, because when it popped up, I just thought it was some BS because I seen it was on Sunday. We didn't watch the Oscars, but all my breaking news popped up for that kind of stuff, and then they had to show the picture. It was real time. Because matter of fact, not too much longer than that. I guess later on that night is when they had the thing with the Mako girls. When that video came up for that. So I've seen all that on Sunday night when it happened.
You know what? I bet you, past all the upsetness and all kind of stuff, to see her for Jada, I'm speaking as a woman, for Jada probably, or for a woman to see her husband, in spite of everything, to get up and risk everything to protect her honor, I bet you, God, is that nice.
They're crying in her damn lap. They did nothing. Mom, they call her mama or something. Mother, she